Hey y'all, what up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. Appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all, this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, it's kind of was giving a filler episode, not gonna lie. We see next week. Diamond wanted a problem. I'm so ready to rip Diamond a new one next week. You wanted a problem. You did, but that's next week. We're not gonna get into that just yet. But yeah, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I feel like it kind of was like not too much this episode. So let's just go ahead and get into it. All right. Because there's a couple of hot topics I want to get into, y'all. The men's is mad boots at Drea, y'all. They is mad boots. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, nonetheless, let's get into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So we open up with Zell going out with Sierra to go get his feet done. He's stressed that because of that whole fight with Erica Mina and Bambi. And basically he's at the mercy of the courts calling him up whenever, like, hey, you gotta show up to court in 48 hours. And so because of that, he didn't go to Saucy Santana's nomination. Like, he got nominated for an award, and of course he wanted to go walk the red carpet with him and everything, but he didn't because he didn't know what was going on with like his court situation. And so Zell's like also feeling another way on top of that, because it kind of feels like he's in a moment of like Saucy Santana being like, I told you not to mess with him. And here you are in legal trouble because you wouldn't, believe me when I said leave them people alone. Okay. And so Zell is like kind of feeling a little salty about it in that regards too. So Sierra basically is like, obviously handle your biz, but still be there for Saucy. And so Zoe was like, yeah, I do, want to make it up to him because, his name did get involved and everything like that. So Zell decides he's going to throw him a birthday party. And everybody's going to show up to the birthday party. So next we have a scene with what was next? I think Kendra and Jock, they was in the kitchen, flirting. They made up, I guess. It's very clear that this is a toxic relationship. Getting and fighting, okay? Just basically getting and fighting, all right? Now they good all of a sudden. Kendra's hair look a little bit better. And it's like, this Kendra girl, I'm gonna need you to get these lace fronts together, okay? You've been on Love and Hip Hop now enough seasons to watch this shit back and see what we seeing, okay? I'm gonna need you to get it together. But she basically, starts up the conversation back with Jock about, the baby moms, Gloria. And she basically was like, we handled it at like his birthday party, but like they still gotta really address it. And so she basically told Jock she blew up because she felt like he was asking more of her than what she was already given, which is like, yo, I'm already taking care of this child that you done had, outside of our relationship, and now you asking me to go see the, like that's how Kendra is feeling. Like, I'm already like, I stayed 1, 2, I'm putting up, I'm playing stepmama to the baby, and now 3, you want me to go play kumbaya with her? And Jock was like, no, it's not that I'm trying to like, put more on you, but realistically, Kendra, like at some point you're going to run across Gloria. At some point, a birthday party's gonna come up, an event's gonna come up. Like, that girl is just now, like Jock said, we have a young child, in the equation, so that changes a lot. And it's crazy for you to think that you're gonna be around somebody's child and them not want to lay eyes on you or even ask about you. And so for me, that is one of the things too. Is like when you're dating somebody, it's a lot of people out here who be too nonchalant with their kids and how quick they be inviting, people around their kids and things like that, and who they have around them. Y'all be too quick and nonchalant with it. But Jock being with Kendra, of course, being a wife, that does say a lot. Instead of terms of people who be out here dating somebody 3 months, introduce them to the kid, and then y'all break up 2 months later, like, at least Kendra is his wife. We know she's around, but it still doesn't negate that as a mother, you at least just want to have some type of connectivity to the woman that's going to be raising your kid, because we know the evil horror stepmama stepdaddy stories. Y'all people want to act like it's just movies and books, and it's like, no, it's a real thing. I don't think Kendra's capable of it. I don't see her being like that, but you know, that's something that Gloria, like, she needs to ease her mind with Gloria on. And it's like, Kendra girl, I know y'all saw that clip that went viral of her getting in Jock's ass in the bowling alley, but at the end of the day, Kendra too, you married okay? When you decided to get with him and you knew he had all them kids and baby mamas and all these women back to back to back that he was screwing over, and you decided to get with a man with that type of character morality, you signed up for this. I'm sorry, Kendra, don't make it right, but you signed up for this. So yeah, she's basically, talking about that. And it's just kind of like, Kendra, you're going to have to see the child to see Gloria at some point. Don't know what's going to happen. She keeps saying, I just need you to be the liaison, between us, when it comes to you being a good dad to the baby. Like, I really don't have to be involved because I have nothing to do with the parenting. And it's like, well, you're going to help raise the child. So you absolutely kind of do have something to do with the parenting. Like, you're literally helping him raise the child. So sorry, Kendra, you're going to have to bite the bullet on this one. So then they, of course, talk about Saucy Santana's birthday, and Jock, a clip went viral of him basically saying that he wouldn't perform, for gay people at a club, essentially. Like, he wouldn't do it. And Jock was saying, from his context, is basically he uncomfortable, which we know a lot of these hip hop dudes, they don't like being around gay people like that, just out of the sheer, implication that they could, appear homosexual to other people. And Jock brought up the time that, he permed his hair, had a good old nice press and curl. And he said immediately people was judging him, talking about, oh, he gay, this and that, and everything like that. So he's like, nobody wants to be judged. And so I think when he said it like that, he's like, nobody wants to be judged. And the way he said it like that, especially after talking about the time he, slicked back his hair, I think Jock just doesn't want that flood of judgment again, possibly hanging around, the LGBT community. I think a lot of men get, real icky about that. They get real queasy just even being in the same vicinity as gay people. They be acting crazy. And the minute a gay dude look at him, they automatically think he want his Bucci cat. And the truth is, he don't. Just that's how they feel about, like, gay dudes in locker rooms. Like, that's why athletes struggle coming out, because they feel like the minute, okay, I'm in the locker room with you, you must be staring at my ass. And it's like, no, no. Just because I'm gay and I like men don't mean I like you, okay? But he was questioning whether he wanted to go to the party, to just clarify to Saucy, like, what he really meant was no harm, and he still rocks with him or whatever. So Spice does a little tea party where basically all the girls came together and spilled what was going on in their life. Sierra got another man. She's saying that she's staying single, she just dating around. She took a picture, she said they just made out and people trying to couple them already. Rashida was like, girl, don't you get another relationship. Sierra, you are a serial relationship girl, and you need to heal that wound, okay? Seriously. Rennie Rucci, she do got a man though. She's dating some dude named Blackjack or something like that. They were talking when they went to Bermuda or whatever, but they actually are like together. And then Spice, she reveals to the ladies that basically she's gonna have to have another hernia surgery, but it's gonna be a struggle because the last time she was in the hospital, basically her organs were failing. I'm assuming like during the surgery or whatever. And this is why we sitting to tell y'all ladies, y'all gotta be careful with just constantly trying to fix your body and stick up to the standard, because one thing that is always happening, the standard of what a woman is supposed to look like is ever changing. And you can only change your body but so much, you can't keep continuing to go under the knife to change the way you look, for society's, validation. You really will lose your life that way. Women are doing it all the time. And Spice, you tried to lie, sit there and tell everybody you had a hernia surgery. No, girl, you went over there to get some old whatever, whether it was lipo, your booty fixed, whatever, and the shit backfired. And that sucks for y'all. I really hope that you learned your lesson with this. But yeah, she basically was saying like her organs were failing, and that had the other girls feeling like, you need to lean onto us as your friends. Yandy's feeling like, dang, you going through all this by yourself, like you can tell us. And she's like, well, speaking of, like, is this gonna make you want to talk to Karlie? Because I do feel like you miss Karlie, and for real, like that's your girl, she love you. And if you're going through something like this, then you know is that not kind of like a reality check? And so Spice said that, she realized with Karlie, she didn't handle it the best, and she let the anger get the best of her. She didn't know how to really portray what she was trying to say right. And so she decides to end up writing a letter. Yandy also brought up the fact that Erica Baby Hair Banks. I don't know why I love call her Baby Hair Banks. Erica Baby Hair Banks. She didn't show up to the meeting of the minds of Rennie Rucci. And Yandy was like, I was pissed off, girl. You talking about, oh, I'm not gonna show up, and Rennie was like, clearly, she was wasting your time. She didn't mean it. Like, it's whatever. And so Yandy basically was telling Rennie, like, she did get popped in the face. She had a drink, like, all of these things. So, maybe she's got to recover from that before seeing you. So yeah, because Rennie did, she popped up real good. So moving on, speaking of Yandy, y'all, Yandy has a little date with Mendices, the brat, and Jessica Dime. She thought that it was going to convince Mendices to allow her, to continue this process with her eggs, but it in fact backfired. It was a real Uno reverse, because the brat was like, girl, you can't do that to Mendices. You can't be making decisions and like this your husband. One, two, like it kind of really is your baby, And so yes, biologically, it's not your child, but it is a seed of yours. And for him to be your husband, he's going to view it as something that would be like a responsibility for him. And so Yandy's just feeling like, oh, they're gonna take my egg and put the sperm and it'll be their child. And like you'll just be like Uncle Mendices or whatever. And so uh the brat brings up, or no, Yandy starts bringing up how like, oh, what was the process like? All I gotta do was like take shots. And Jessica was like, no, you gotta do that shit every day. She's like, oh, I thought that was because if you're carrying it, like, and she's like, no, before you're carrying it, because they have to like pump the hormones in you to create the eggs, and like in the first place, Yandy. So Yandy did not think this through. She thought only about like the deed of giving her eggs to her cousin, but she didn't think about all of the logistics that would be involved with doing such a thing. So it's like, yes, you want to help your cousin, but also like you got to think about the logistics of everything. Not only just because like I don't want to scare you, but like she damn near lost her life. Like, women need to start being more, I think, I don't want to say realistic, but start actually putting the weight and gravity of what it is to have a baby, which is you're putting your life on the line. It's not, yes, it's giving birth, but that doesn't really grasp like the weight of what it is you're doing, which is you're putting your life on the line, which is why women, you got to be very selective of who you giving these babies to, because you are putting your life on the line. It's not just, oh, I'm giving birth. No, woman, you could be out of here. Pregnancy is a very finicky thing, and it's very, detrimental and life threatening. And so, yeah, Jessica went through that, and she was like, this is why, like, yeah, no, I agree with Mendices. And so Yandy's like, damn, they got me. So, Chaotic, he meets in the studio with Jessica Dime, basically flirting with her. He trying to find his way in, talking about, oh, Jessica used to, a polyester relationship, i.e. talking about Nick Cannon and all that harem of women he got over there with his old deadbeat daddy ass. And that's what it is. I don't care. All you people talk about, oh, Nick Cannon got money. No, he's a deadbeat daddy. Because when they ask him the last time he's seen, I don't know, how many kids he got, 11? How many times he's seen the last 9, maybe 9, 10 of his kids? Matter of fact, when's the last time you seen your twins, Morocco and Monroe, over there by Mariah? Because Mariah definitely spoke the truth when she said your ass is MIA. But nonetheless, Chaotic views, Jessica Dime as a worthy candidate because, he feel like, girl, she already used to that polyester lifestyle. Erica mad at him right now. And, she don't believe in that. She thought she was the only one. And Chaotic played on her with that. But Erica, also, you overplayed your position. Nonetheless, Chaotic, I guess, was talking about like Jessica's music and things like that. And then Saucy Santana came in, and Jessica was like, I just want to apologize if I made you uncomfortable, in that session. And Saucy, his excuse was, oh, I like to get to know people before I just do music with them. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, did you get to know Madonna? No. I just think like he was politely just trying to say like, bitch, I don't want to be on your record. But yeah. Then they start talking about Jock and him coming to the party or whatever, or him going viral for the clip. And Saucy was like, I know it's just a clip and everything, but it don't surprise me. A lot of these hip hop niggas think that way. Like, they are so concerned about the appearance of potentially being homosexual and, or being one of the girls, okay, or assumed to be, and they immediately go to that hyper masculinity BS. And so Chaotic, he was just like, I don't give a damn what Jock say. $250,000. He going on stage talking about BB in the trail. It's going down. He's like, how how many kids that man got? He got like 9, 10 kids. Jessica was like, he got that many kids? And Chaotic was like, girl, yeah. Like, Jock was out here slinging dick, okay? Unnecessarily. Unprotectively. I know he done been burned a couple of times. His old reckless ass. Yeah. Yeah, he knows Jock is coming to the party and wants to talk to him. So it is the day of the party. Zell, he's excited. He wants everything to go perfect, because him and Saucy, they beefing right now. Everybody shows up. Rennie sees Karlie, and she basically lets Karlie know, like, Sierra was there too, and they let Karlie know, like, girl, Sierra's going through a lot. We really think you should talk to her. And Karlie's feeling like, well, the last time I tried to talk to Heifer, like, she threatened to beat me up. Although I miss her and everything, I love her, and I don't want anything bad to happen to her. The last time we spoke, she threatened me, So they just basically was just like, girl, go meet your friend and go get some closure. So Saucy finally walks in, sits down, they all rooting, and Jock comes in, and it is awkward, but they immediately address the situation. Saucy was like, look, Jock, I know I saw the clip, and that, can be taken out of context or whatever, but I'm just trying to let you know, like, just because it's the gay crowd, like, that don't mean like we don't want to listen to no hood gangster stuff. And Jock basically kept just trying to reference that, for him, if he was performing in front of an all male crowd, in his mind he thinking, if I perform in front of a whole bunch of boys, these boys is down there lusting over me and thinking about doing whatever they can to my pussy, and I don't want that. And it's like, Jock, go somewhere, okay? Go on. $250,000. Get your ass up on that stage and go and pay off that child support, because we know you late and we know you ain't paid nothing because Gloria said so. Gloria said you ain't been helping with Nathan, okay? So yeah, you gonna have to suck that one up for the sake of your kids. But as much as he's sitting there saying like, oh, it's not about being homophobic or things like that, it is rooted a little bit subconsciously in homophobia. But I do believe there is a space where you can reside in understanding, like, I am uncomfortable around the LGBT because I've been, one, taught to, conditioned that way, and two, I have to, as they're saying, like, there's just as much as there's learning, behaviors, there's unlearning. And I think the LGBT community needs to also stop punishing people for unlearning, bad behaviors. And it was good to see Saucy not just immediately hit him with the, oh, you this, that, you this, that, you this, that, because then that's where lines of communications are closed down. Saucy, understood, like, it's just something that's foreign to him. And so it would be uncomfortable, as like if I was a gay man and I went somewhere and it was all straight men, we see it all the time where it'd be like, oh, gay dudes say they go to a strip club or something and men see them, twerking or whatever, like, it's uncomfortable for them to be around straight men, you know? So yeah, they just basically squashed the beef or whatever. Zell, he get called out by Saucy because Saucy was like, "You really playing?" Because Sierra said something, and she was like, "Yeah, because you didn't go." And Saucy's like, "Yeah, because he didn't answer the phone. He know he didn't answer the phone." And Zell basically was like, "Well, I already knew what was up. You wanted something." And Saucy's like me. Don't lie. Like, and then on top of lying, don't play on my intelligence. Like, Saucy was like, bro, like, I saw you, and then if you wanted to go to an after party, literally just say that. But Zell didn't do it because Zell knows he already feels some types of way about, like, the type of people he be hanging around. So that's why Zell, kept it on the hush. But don't be mad when Saucy calls out the fact that you was lying and avoiding the phone call. Don't get mad that you got called out for that. I hate when dudes be you mad because you got caught. Like, Zell, come on now. You did have to lie. Like I said, like, don't lie unnecessarily. Um, that's what would piss me off, is like you lying unnecessarily. I hate when people do shit like that. So yeah, Zell, if you want to keep hanging out with them people, whoever you friends with, then so be it. But you need to take what happened with you in the club as a learning lesson. So last but not least, y'all, Karlie and Spice get together. Karlie has the letter, she reads it, and Spice lets her know, like, look, I wrote that because I understand I'm not communicating properly of my feelings and things like that. And Spice was like, I'm not putting all of it on you. I'm just letting you know how I feel. And she basically was like, not only that, it's been a whole bunch of little things happening throughout our friendship. And I feel like that's, probably a lot of it. When you be friends with somebody, sometimes you just be letting shit slide. Then finally it's that one thing that breaks the camel's back. And it's kind of looking like that's what happened when they went to the DR. Because Spice then brings up about how, not only about the Karlie trying to submit her song for the Grammy situation, it was like Spice got a video of her at the hospital talking about use this. And so Spice is like, oh, did you mean to send that? Like, in her mind, she felt like it was supposed to be the Karlie and not her type situation. And so that got her feeling like she can't trust nobody. And so, as much as Karlie was trying to rebuttal to Spice, y'all, we gotta be honest, she really wasn't letting Karlie, like, address everything that she was saying. And yes, like, it's just like, oh, Karlie, you're not hearing me what I'm saying. Like, I'm just talking about how I feel. Let me talk about how I feel, Karlie. You're not understanding what I'm saying. And it's like, I think she was getting it, but Karlie also wanted you to get too. Bitch, you was mean to me. Like, yes, I hurt your feelings, and there was things that you are considering that I'm involved in. But Spice, it don't take away from the fact that, like Karlie said, bitch, you tried to whip my ass in DR. Spice, it was literally like 2 or 3 people holding you back. And so you now want to use I'm Caribbean, I'm Jamaican. Like, you're Caribbean, I'm Jamaican. I don't mean that. And it's like, bitch, no, I don't. Because you literally was like, I hate Karlie, all types of this, and that. So it's like, I'm going to take it at face value. But instead of Spice apologizing for that, you went to the, oh, you try to make me look bad. You're always the proverbial victim, Karlie. You're trying to make me seem like I'm mean. And it's like, well, Spice, everybody is speaking about last season said you were being, angry and mean and taking it out on everybody. But then when Karlie says it now, it's a problem. Like, just as much as you want to sit there and, have her admit about how, your feelings were hurt about things she did, she has the right to say, like, bitch, my feelings were hurt about you literally trying to threaten to whoop my ass. So, Spice walks away, and then Karlie, she kind of walks away and was like, girl, I still love you. If you went to the hospital, like, I'd be there for you, but bitch, like, we not finna play this game. So yeah, that's where the episode ended, you guys. So what y'all think about Zell still hanging out with the friends even after the Bambi and Erica Mena situation? What do you guys feel about Jock and Saucy Santana, the conversation they had? And in regards to Karlie and Spice, do y'all think that Spice, wasn't necessarily truly having a conversation with Karlie? She was just, getting out her frustrations. Do y'all think that she really wants to make up with Karlie? And Karlie, you do be doing some slick shit. Like Spice said, like she was there for you, like in regards to like, doing the songs and promoting when no one else would. So to go behind her back and to try to submit for a Grammy and not tell her, it definitely is giving bitch I gotta keep my good on you type situation. But overall, Spice, like you're not absolved of any fault either. Point blank period. So appreciate you for tuning in. I will catch you guys later. Deuces.